Hello and welcome to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast on the Box Office Buzz 302 channel. I am Gilly Rosari. My main man Larry Loper is here with me, and we are coming to you from northern Delaware. We are getting ready to review week 2 of the NFL, preview week 3, and all the bells and whistles that come with that. But before we do anything, let's do another read, and we want everybody to come join our friend Makoya Dunbar as she makes her bodybuilding competition debut at the OCB Chesapeake Classic Masters Nationals, October 11th, 2025 in Baltimore, Maryland, located at the Chesapeake Arts Center, 194 Hammonds Lane, Brooklyn Park, Maryland, 21225. It's the Chesapeake Classic Women's Wellness at 3 p.m. Tickets are available on site, so be sure to check it out and support our friend Makoya Dunbar. Now, before we get into everything that we do with the NFL, Larry, you and I both know there was a big fight that happened this weekend, and it went kind of exactly how we thought it was going to go.
Yes, sir.
And the new undisputed super middleweight champion, Terrence Bud Crawford, he's got all the belts: ring, linear, WBA, WBO, all that stuff, all the alphabet. He's got it all. So my question is, I'm not really going to ask you, were you surprised? Because this is kind of how we predicted it. But what I will ask you is, in your lifetime, so we're going to say late 70s to now, is Terrence Crawford the best pound for pound boxer you've ever seen?
Yes, unequivocally, yes. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell the audience why. I had Floyd 1. I got Floyd 2 now. So in my lifetime, I've witnessed up to this point the greatest pound for pound fighter I've ever seen in my life. And I followed Terrence Crawford since he is at 135. And I knew from the very first fight that I seen him fight that you just knew he had the it. Just a dog. And being that he could go orthodox and southpaw was just, that's hard to do. And I'm talking about master both styles, not just I could do it, but like master both styles. So, man, and be the underdog. Everything he talked about his press conference, post conference was the truth, because he's always been an underdog. Because what Terrence Crawford doesn't do well, that most promoters want you to do, is sell the fight. They want you to get on these stages, be ignorant, talk crazy, just have this crazy, just bad taste. Somebody got to be the villain. Floyd was able to do that very well, because especially when the money came, it was just like, I got way more money than you. I'm arrogant, so you came to see Floyd lose. But one thing I respect about these two individuals, and that's why I picked them as goated to me, is that they never cheated the sport. They love the sport. They dedicate their lives to the sport. And with Terrence Crawford, for me, he's very humble in victory and defeat. Well, he's never been defeated, rather, but he's very humble, and a lot of these boxers, being that they come from poverty and they come from, mostly inner city, how it goes up in the inner city. Growing up in inner city, you come from a lot of hardships. So when you come across money, it's no different than athletes, in my opinion. You're not taught how to manage money. So it could change you. You could become arrogant, and then you start to lose that passion for the sport, and you become obsessed with the money. Terrence Crawford's been the same guy since he came in 135 up to now. And getting to the fight, that was just all the superlatives around it, right? Getting to the fight. What he was able to do One, he controlled the fight. From the opening round, you knew he was a better fighter, Gil. Um, he stuck to the southpaw. He didn't go between. He stuck to southpaw because he figured that it was going to give Canelo problems. And up to this point, like with Spence, he was able to expose the weaknesses, and that's what makes you a great fighter when you can expose the weakness. Because up to that point, Canelo's the most feared fighter in that weight class. So he didn't lose to a bum, and he didn't lose to a guy that took the day off. Okay, Canelo gave it his best shot, but when you're trying to load up power shots rather than set up shots, it's going to be bad for you when you go fight a fighter who has the intelligence to be able to pick you apart. Okay, they said he wasn't going to be able to mix it in. Well, he mixed it in. They said you don't have to fight from the outside. Well, he did that too, but he was not running, but he stayed on his feet. He kept moving. He kept not giving you a target, but then he kept exchanging. You know, it was just a masterful display of boxing. Defensively, he didn't get hit with anything really major. And when he did get hit, he respected the power, but he said he expected more. So once he understood he could take the power, like with Spence, he said, I expected to get hit with more. It was over. It was over. And he gave a clinic in boxing. But I do respect Canelo because Canelo did take the risk. He did take the challenge, and I respect him for that. And even in defeat, you know, he still had a warrior's spirit, man. He was a warrior. He's a warrior. If I'm going to study boxing, I had a young person that was going to study boxing, I would tell them to study Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. Definitely Floyd for defense and how to control a fight. But that's my take on it. And yes, he is the greatest fighter up to this point that I've seen.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. You know, right after that fight was over, that was what I asked myself. I said, have I seen a guy from soup to nuts his whole career? And you got to say, like, this has got to be the pinnacle. This was the biggest name on his resume. This was him, you know, stepping up a couple of weight classes, not just one, but two weight classes, going up against a guy who was very comfortable at 168. I mean, I think Canelo even fought as heavy as 175.
Yeah.
So, but you know, the skill level, I mean, it really wasn't that close. You can tell that Canelo is great, but to me, this was a different level. Like Canelo Canelo was like chasing, punching, swinging and missing. A couple times he caught Terrence Crawford, but it didn't seem to do any kind of damage. Didn't set him off at all. There was even you know, I'm thinking to myself, you know, it's Mexican Independence Weekend, so Terrence Crawford has to clearly win. He can't win by a round or two. He's got to clearly win to get this decision, and that's exactly what he did. That is exactly what he did. And you're right. You know, going into the fight, he was known as probably the best switch hitter to ever be, and that's a guy who could fight orthodox or southpaw. But he fought southpaw the whole fight, And I mean, I don't know what else to say. In my lifetime, it was really Mayweather, Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. Those were the three guys. Roy Jones Jr. in the 90s, he was the fighter of the 90s. Tyson, 80s, he was the fighter of the 80s, and then you know he lost in I think 1990. To Buster Douglas. Then did the time in jail, came out of jail, and it was up and down with him. And then he was over by the early 2000s. And Bernard Hopkins, he was another one, but to me, he had a renaissance kind of career where he didn't get noticed until he was probably in his mid 30s. I think fighting De La Hoya opens up a lot because the boxing purists knew about Floyd Mayweather. They knew about Bernard Hopkins, but after they fought De La Hoya and beat De La Hoya, okay, now I'm gonna pay attention. Now I'm gonna pay attention to this guy. You know, Mayweather was great, but he didn't fight De La Hoya until he was like 30 years old. and then he had a decade of being the guy that everybody wanted to see lose.
Yeah.
But you're right. Um, Everybody can't wear the white hat. Someone's got to wear the black hat and say, I'm that guy. Most people you want to see win. I'm the guy you're going to tune in to see lose, and he never did. Never did.
Never did.
So he deserves, for his era, he deserves his props. And unfortunately, um, Terrence Crawford was later in Mayweather's
Yeah.
era, but they never hooked up, and I think it's good for Mayweather, because I don't think he would have ever beaten Crawford, whether it was in the 140s or 150s, 154. I don't think he would have ever beaten Crawford. I think Crawford is the best boxer. I'm not saying fighter,
Boxer.
boxer.
Pure boxer.
In that type of combat sport,
Yeah.
he is the best boxer of my lifetime. Ali was still fighting when I was born, but mid to late 70s, Ali is not in his prime.
Right.
So yeah, so now I got to think of like the Mount Rushmore of boxing. Does he get on there?
For
And
me,
I just wish that he wasn't 38 years old. I wish, okay, if this is the fight that now the novice recognizes him at, I wish he was like early 30s, so he would have 6, 7, 8 years of really getting the big money and being the A side and being the name and stuff like that. I just feel like now everybody knows him, but he's 38 years old.
mm-hmm.
He could hang him up right now. He finally got his super big payday, because that's what the Canelo fight did for him. He didn't make nearly as much as Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
But it legitimized him, because everybody knew Canelo. Everybody knew, he was the most popular guy, and Terrence Crawford beating him. But still, crazy enough, did not even get half the viewership as the Tyson Jake Paul did. Not even half. Not even half.
And that's my issue, man. This is my issue with boxing. It was a sold out crowd. It was sold out. They did sell out Allegiant Stadium with 70,000 plus that did attend it. So they did a good job for selling the event out, because it was one of the greatest fights that I've seen. So it didn't disappoint by far. Like, in order for Terrence Crawford to beat Canelo, you had to beat Canelo. It wasn't like you mentioned, Mexican Independence Week, right? And pro Canelo, as you should, because he's the face of boxing. You have to beat, and you're coming up 2 weight classes. You have to beat him. It's no, it couldn't be of, I don't know. No, you had to definitively beat him. And I got 2 questions for you, right? 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My first question is, and I have this debate in my head, right? Because at one point in time, I was pro Tyson. Like, yes, he was the most feared man on the planet at one point,
Mm-hmm.
But then I looked at the resume, and this is why I have to question. I ask you this. I just felt like Don King was a great promoter, because I can't name one person during that reign of Tyson being dominant that you could say was a great fighter. Can you name one? Just name me one. I ain't talking about after Vegas, after the Tokyo when he fought Buster Douglas, which was another chump match he was supposed to win, but he just, the story. He just was not taking boxing serious, because he just thought I was gonna come in here and just roll over this guy he's supposed to lay down. But before all that, it's not one person I can recall that was even worth saying, yeah, man, he did fight a quality opponent. Can't think of one.
So he fought an older Larry Holmes. Larry, I think, was already 35, 36 when they fought. So he was already in his twilight.
Yeah.
So name wise,
Yeah.
in the 80s, that's the biggest name. And I think the Michael Spinks fight, Up until then, Michael Spinks, he was considered a very good fighter. Now, afterwards, we question it after he got massacred. But I remember 1988, that was supposed to be the fight, two A side quality guys. And then after the fight, and then Spinks really never did anything after that. So I think you're right. I think in his absolute prime in the 80s, I thought Frank Bruno was really good, but he wasn't great.
No, it wasn't
He
great.
wasn't great. I thought Razor Ruddock was really good, but he wasn't great. So the only great guy name wise
Right.
in the 80s was Larry Holmes.
Larry Holmes, and wasn't a quality opponent again. So now my second question is, I'm just going to go to the heavyweight division because we already talked about that. Terrence Crawford is just that GOAT. You know what I mean? Out the heavyweights, who would you give your top heavyweight?
The top heavyweight
Yes,
of
sir.
all time, or like a Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, on your Rushmore, yes. Who would be the heavyweight on your Rushmore?
I'll probably go old school.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go oh man. Can I give you 5?
Go ahead, give me 5.
I'm gonna give you 5 in no particular order.
Just give me 5.
Jack Dempsey,
Okay.
Rocky Marciano,
I like Rocky. Because he was undefeated.
Muhammad Ali,
For sure.
Joe Louis.
Yeah.
The Brown Bomber.
Yeah, definitely Joe Louis. I didn't like how he went out because he fought towards the end because of the tax situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. And with Muhammad too, I thought he should have retired a lot earlier, and it kind of messed him up towards the end.
Man, and a fifth one. Now I'm reaching for a fifth one. Tyson's there. Lennox Lewis is there. Holyfield is there. Riddick Bowe. I mean,
for me, for my fifth, I like what you gave me.
The fifth one I'm reaching. I think because of aura. There's still this aura with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson almost being 60 again, fighting a YouTuber. Draw
crazy
over double what this fight with the Canelo Crawford did. So just with aura,
Mike Tyson.
I mean how polarizing he was. I'm gonna go Tyson 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Tyson 5. So I'm gonna go Ali. Ali was all right. Now I'm doing in order.
Okay.
Ali was more than just a fighter. It was the human rights activist and him being Muslim and the gold medal and stuff like that. So I'm going to go Ali 1, Joe Louis 2. Joe Louis beating Max Schmeling in that second in the rematch while we were going through World War II, the American versus the German, and him getting that knockout early. Arguably the second biggest moment in American sports. You can really put that I think at number 2. You can do that kind of impact. So I'm going to go Lewis 2, Marciano 3, Jack Dempsey 4, and I know Jack Dempsey, was way, so many people didn't watch Jack Dempsey, even on old film. And I'm going to go Tyson. I'll go Tyson 5 just because of his polarizing reputation. Those are my heavyweights. There's a few other ones that I could have put in there, but I think, people are just the voice, the gold teeth, him being married to Robin Givens, the time in the 80s. It was just huge. And him going to jail, him coming out of jail, all that, man. So I'm gonna go Tyson 5.
Okay.
You got a top 4, top 5?
Only one I was sub out there, and I'm not taking up from Jack Dempsey, is I would say that I would throw in George Foreman. George Foreman and me would have been the fourth because one, he was the most feared dude when he was in his prime, and then for him to win that title at the old age, that's just remarkable.
Great story.
Great story.
He lost a lot though. When he came back, he fought the top guys.
But
But
what
he
you said,
lost.
but like you said, he fought the top guys. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? He
he
didn't
did.
he didn't come in there and fight bums. He lost to top guys. You know
Which
what I
is
mean?
crazy because he's like 40 years old and he's coming
Exactly.
back out of retirement for so long,
Yeah,
but fighting the
the
best of
best,
the best.
the best of the best. It wasn't no I got a warmer fight. I fought the
Mhm,
best. So if my legacy is smeared because I fought the best, I'm all right with that. I fought the best. Like,
mhm,
like Canelo, you can't say nothing about his legacy because he fought the best fighter that you're gonna see.
mhm,
So in that loss, it still was to me an honorable win to me because I didn't see somebody had to lose the fight, unfortunately, right? Did he give it all? Yes, he gave it his all, but he was better.
mhm.
But it was a great fight, man, and I'm glad I witnessed history. I'm glad I witnessed in this day and time one of the greatest fighters that I have ever witnessed in the Terence Crawford era is now. I just don't see no big fights that's out there for him to fight at this point that I could think of. He's not gonna go to fight Benavidez. I'd be stupid. I just wouldn't be smart to fight David Benavidez at 175. And you have to go up,
Mhm.
and then David Benavidez would have to cut weight to make 175. So when he hydrates, he's at 2 something.
Yeah.
Not a smart fight. Charlos, it's a joke. It's not even worth it to fight the Charlos. It's not even worth it. Maybe Jamal. I think is the older Charlo. I think he might be more of a competition, but they haven't fought in I don't know how long. So that wouldn't be a smart fight. So I don't see anything out there even for him to want to fight.
Yeah, and he's got to be the A side for
Yeah,
every
he's
fight
his
now. He's 38 years old, so he really should pick and choose.
Yeah,
He's probably only got 2 more years to
yeah.
really
Realistically,
uh,
yeah.
have a big fight. So it should be whoever he wants. He should determine everything. I'm talking the pay, how it's broken up with the venue, everything. He should be the guy. He should enjoy and dictate everything
Mm-hmm.
that has to do because this is it. At 40, he's not going to be as good as he is at 38. You would think. And non-heavyweight, non-heavyweight. I have to put him in my top four right now. I got both sugars. So
Robinson and Leonard.
I'm gonna say Robinson and Leonard. I gotta say Mayweather. I gotta say Crawford now. And the fifth guy, I don't know. Duran. I couldn't
I put
stand.
Hagler. I put
I could
Mark.
Hagler,
The
Hearns.
Hagler. I got the Hagler in there, man. I love Hagler's style of fighting, man. I love his style of fighting, man.
Yeah.
That dude, maybe because his head was so big, I don't know,
I
but that dude
I
fought.
I loved Tommy Hearns, but his
I did
biggest
too.
fights he lost.
Yeah, I know.
He lost.
Yeah.
He
So
he did he did beat Roberto Duran. Um, but the big one against Leonard he lost, and the big one against Hagler, which was a short fight, but man, it was action packed. Action packed. I mean, they went at it. It was like the two guys that were on the undercard of this fight.
I know.
Those guys. I mean, it was rock'em sock'em. Pretty awesome. I thought it was kind of weird too that Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman were in the same venue at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
That's pretty.
But yeah,
Right,
it's
man.
cool. It's cool. It's cool talking boxing, man. It was
Yes,
cool.
sir. Yes, sir.
It was good. But now it's time. Let's get into what our normalcy is. Let's get into the NFL. We're gonna do tiers.
Tears.
So I'll
Yes,
I'll
sir.
do all my tiers, and then you follow up and you do your tiers. So 4 tiers. Tier number 1, it's the elite tiers. My 3 top teams remain the same. I got the Bills, the Eagles, and the Packers. Those are my top elite tiers. I mean, they're still undefeated. I think they're gonna all 3 be undefeated again after this week. Little tease there, little tease. My upper tier, I got the Chargers. I got the Ravens, and I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Big win. I tell you what, that those Tampa Bay Bucks, that Baker Mayfield, he's a gutsy guy, man. What a difference he's made since his Cleveland Browns days. He has just grown up. He's become a star. He really has. He's turned into the number one overall pick that we all thought could be, but wasn't, but now is. My disappointing tier, I'm just gonna be real. My Bears is disappointing. I got the Bears disappointing. I got the Chiefs at 0-2 being disappointing. And I got the Texans at being 0-2 disappointing. Now, I ultimately think the Chiefs and Texans will turn it around. The Bears, I'm not so sure. I am not so sure. I am not liking what I'm seeing at all. And now they're getting hit with the injury bug. Looks like Jalen Johnson, who just came back, looks like he might be gone for the year with his groin injury. So not good. And the worst tier, two of the teams are the same. I got the Saints, I got the Miami Dolphins, but now I'm throwing in the Carolina Panthers. Those are my three worst teams, aka the race to number one. I would like to say it's going to be Arch Manning, but if it ain't the Saints, then I don't think he's coming out. So those are my four tiers. What are your four tiers?
Oh man, my 4 tiers for this couple week is I got Buffalo. I agree with you. I got the I got the Eagles, and I have Green Bay. Um, man, Green Bay is man. They look legit, bro. They look legit. And the Eagles, even being that the offense coordinator is new to the position, they're still winning. And Buffalo, what are we gonna say, man? You know, they just drew. I mean, the Jets are the Jets, unfortunately. The Jets are the Jets. But beat who's in front of you, right?
That's right. Who's on the schedule?
Yes, but
And everybody was praising the Jets from week one on how good they looked,
yeah,
and
they
how
were.
they played, and they lost in a shootout. You know,
So,
a week later, all of a sudden now the Jets are garbage.
okay, yeah, yeah. I don't believe it, but you know, it is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
For my upper tier, I got the Rams, I got Baltimore, and I got the Chargers. Um, I still got the Rams is only to me the team's going to challenge them in Green Bay now is going to challenge Philly for that NFC. Um, as for my disappointing tiers, I agree with your Bears, man. I just thought it was going. I'm not going to be too big down on them because I know a new coach just came into. It's a new system, so I'm giving them time. You know, but Caleb got to shake it all, man, because he's not looking like a smart decision at this point, right? I got Minnesota because that JJ McCarthy, yeah, one good quarter and it's starting to show that I don't know, it's not looking good. And and he's in. We'll get to that later. And the Texans, I got the Texans. Well, like you said, but the Texans, I think they'll turn it around. Um, they'll turn it around. But it looks like the big dog in that division right now is Colts, straight up.
How about that?
Yeah. And my disappointing or worst tier, Miami's done. They're going to fire the coach and GM. The Panthers, that the young Bryce Young, I don't know, and the Saints. But we didn't expect nothing out the Saints this year anyway. I mean, they don't have the pieces in order to do anything. So we expected that. But as far as Miami, disappointing. And the Panthers, we thought that Bryce Young was going to have a resurgence, and it's looking like the same old Panthers. So
we agreed on almost everything.
yes, sir.
So what are your thoughts already? Not even so much the injury bug, but the quarterbacks are starting to get knocked around. We're already going to start to look like have a bunch of backups for
Yeah, it's looking bad, man.
You got McCarthy looking like he's probably going to be out for a couple weeks. You have Joe Burrow is going to be out at least until December. You have
Justin Fields got a concussion.
With the concussion. Yeah, you got a lot. You got a bunch going on right now. I mean, my fantasy team is dead already after 2 weeks because of Burrow. Dead.
And Purdy's out.
Purdy's out. So
Man, there's some major quarterbacks that got
yeah,
banged up, man.
already,
Already, man. Jeez.
last year, 62 different quarterbacks started at some point in the season, and the year before, 64
And
started.
now you see the value of a great or even a decent backup. If I was a ball club, man, I'm looking for, like you told me with the fantasy, man, you got to look for backup. You got to look for a viable backup because these top tier guys, man, are getting injured. Man, that messed up my whole vision for Cincinnati. No Joe Burrow.
Yeah, we both had him
Browning.
winning the MVP.
I did, man. We did. And I don't know if Jake Browning, I get it. He got through Jacksonville, which is Trevor Lawrence coughed that one up. But I don't know if he could guide him to no. I don't know. He's been in that system for a while, so I'm not going to doubt the guy. He's been there
in
for a
that
while.
system, and he's not new. He's had success.
Yeah, so
already there. So
I'm not going to say the system is lost, but with that old line, it's not the best. So that's the only thing. That's not the best old line. So they could protect Joe Burrow. What you think they're going to do to Jake Browning?
But Joe Burrow, he is one of those guys that's injury prone.
Yeah.
He's like injured or hurt every year. He came into the season last year with the bad foot.
Yeah.
And now nothing in that play made me be like, ooh, I could see how he hurt his toe. It just always seems to be something with him.
Yeah.
He's a pocket passer, and if the pocket's not clean for him, he gets injured. It is what it is, but it killed my fantasy team
already.
Such a drop off, and he only got me 7 points this week, and last week he got me 8. I'm just not going to be able to make a run. Not when people got Jaden Daniels, and Josh Allen.
What they saying? Jaden Daniels might be a little banged up.
He's another one too. He's 50-50.
Yeah,
Mariota might be the guy.
Yup. It's crazy, man. And thank you once again, Gil, because my team is on top of the division as we speak. Thank you, Gil. Thank you.
I was going to say, I think you had a good week again.
I did. Unfortunately, the person I played, they have a bad team, and Justin Fields was their starting quarterback, so they only get 3.
Whoops. Yeah, I saw James Cook.
He snapped.
Get in the end zone a couple of times.
He snapped.
He's doing well.
He snapped, and then you won't believe who my best player was.
Your best. Let me think about your.
You won't guess it. You won't get it. I promise you won't get it.
You think I won't get it? Here's my guess, because when the play happened, I thought of you. I'm going to say Roquan Smith.
Oh, snap, you did get it. It was Roquan.
Got that scoop, scoop fumble, and he scored a touchdown.
It was Roquan. Yup, that's who my top dog was.
Good.
Thank you, Gil.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, fantasy football's dope, man. When you're winning, it's dope. Makes you think you're smart. and then when it goes bad, like it goes bad for me, you're like, oh.
I had a couple years feeling like that, though. Don't. I did. I know that feeling.
Well, today's a better day. So as far as fantasy goes,
yes, sir.
I have my stardom situm. My stardom, I have Emeka Ibuka because the matchup is against the Jets.
Okay.
And he's scored a touchdown each of the first 2 games, and he's their best wide receiver right now. And my situm, I got 2. I got Breece Hall because they're playing Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's run defense is awesome, and now it's going to be really hard for the Jets. If Justin Fields doesn't play? If it's who's their backup? Tyrod Taylor. Yeah. So he'll maybe make it out of the first quarter because he gets hurt every time he plays. And my other situm is Trevor Lawrence against the Texans. One thing about the Texans, their pass rush, they get to you. Yeah. They get to you. And this is almost a must-win for the Texans week 3. It's a divisional game. They don't want to start off 0-3 and be behind the eight ball in the division itself. So I'm going to say sit Brees Hall and Trevor Lawrence. What are your stardom sit-ems for?
Oh man, my stardom for this week will be Daniel Jones, man. I'm going with the hot guy right now. I think he's gonna have a great game against the Titans. Because it's gonna be a lot of pressure to see if he can still maintain it. I just think Steichen got the quarterback that fits his system. They was trying with Anthony Richardson, and it's looking like Jones and had a resurgence, man. He looking like he might have a Sam Darnold year, man.
Mhm.
We looking for the pumpkin to come out. Didn't we do it last year with Sam Darnold? We were expecting the pumpkin to go out, and this dude got on the 14-2.
Never happened.
It never happened. I think Daniel Jones is comfortable. He has the weapons. They got tight ends. They got a running back. Jonathan Taylor's running crazy. They got a deep. I ain't gonna say the defense is like that, but it complements the offense. And man, it just I got Daniel Jones, man, and to sit him, Kyler Murray, man. Kyler Murray, man. The Niners, even with all the injuries, I think Salah will probably dial up some stuff on them. They're going to prevent Kyler Murray from killing them. So I wouldn't start Kyler Murray if I was y'all, whoever's the fantasy, their fantasy quarterback is.
Got it. All right. Well, listen, you're the guy to listen to right now. You're the one that is steamrolling the competition. Your players are showing up and they are showing out. So listen to my main man, Larry Loper, on the Box Office Buzz 302 channel for your stardoms and sit-ems, because he is killing it in fantasy, and I don't see that train falling off the rails anytime soon. This dude's roster is stacked. All right. Well, you know what time it is.
You know what time it is.
Let's do what we do. It is the NFL picks for week number. It's the same thing as last year, starting off really bad. You picked it up, though. You went 8-8. So on the year, I'm 10 for 22. You are 13 for 19. So you are if you have a good week this week, you might be right around 500. You never know going into next week. Me, listen, I got to just keep my head above water at this point before I can start rolling off some good weeks. But I'm trying, man. I'm trying. So let's get it crack-a-lacking. It starts Thursday night at 8:15. The Miami Dolphins.
You said what?
Sorry, I had to throw up all over myself. Travel to Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are a 12.5-point favorite at home. The total is 49.5. Why don't you start it off? Who you got?
Man, listen, man. I'm not even gonna get fooled by this, man. The Dolphins are bad. They can't stop a nosebleed. Um, you're going into Buffalo, which they don't do good well anyway. I'm not overthinking this game, Gil. Man, give me Buffalo. I'm taking them 12.5 points, man. It's gonna probably go up even more. So give me at a low rate. If I could get them for 12.5 right now, give me the 12.5. So I got Buffalo, and I got to the man. It's about the question is, will Miami be able to score? That's my question. Man, they might pick that by themselves. I don't like that 4.5. I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna say Buffalo and under. So
We
give
are
me
in
Buffalo and
agreement.
under.
It's a short week, and usually these games are sloppy, and already Miami's not playing well. And now on a short week, we're going to expect them to do well on the road. I am in agreement. I got Buffalo winning, covering the 12.5, and I got the under 49.5. That's a pretty big number. So I got the under. You got the under. So we are in agreement with the Thursday night game. All right, let's go to Sunday, 1:00. The Green Bay Packers on the road are a 7.5-point favorite against the Cleveland Browns. The number is 42. It pains me to say this, but Green Bay is one of the top teams right now.
Yeah.
Cleveland 0-2. They put up a fight for 3 quarters, and then They're just not as good as the team that they play. So I have the Green Bay Packers covering the 7.5. It'll look iffy there for a while, but ultimately they're going to cover the 7.5. And I got the over on the 42.
Oh man, this one it feel like a trap game to me, but this ain't going. It feel like a trap game, but the only reason why I'm taking Green Bay is because one, they're going to bring pressure. They could bring pressure, and then right now the Browns are playing the dunk and dive game right now. So give me Green Bay because normally this would have been a trap game, a trap situation, but I'm gonna take Green Bay. I think they could cover the number.
What do you got for the over under?
Oh man,
42.
I got under.
Ooh, okay. We differ there. Got it. Okay. The 2-0 Indianapolis Colts travel to Nashville, Tennessee to take on their division rival, the Tennessee Titans. The Colts on the road are a 3.5-point favorite, and the number is 43.5. Who you got? You going with your boy,
Oh, I got Danny. I'm
Danny
going.
Dimes?
I got Daniel Dimes. I got the Colts, man. I think the Colts has got a well-rounded machine right now. Um, I know he's gonna have some pressure coming because the Titans do bring pressure. I just think that the one it's just a better coach team, and two they just got more weapons. And I think Cam Ward will have a decent game, but I'm gonna go with the better coach team and the better weapons. So give me the Colts and give me um. hmm, I'm gonna take the over.
You got the okay. We differ on this one. I'm going to take the home team. I'm going to take the Titans. I'm still not going to believe in the Indianapolis Colts just yet. Just yet, I'm not. They rack up a couple more wins, then it is what it is. The proof is in the pudding. I want to. The Colts play 2 home games. Now they're on the road, divisional game. Tennessee's fighting. They're losing, but they're fighting. So I'm going to take Tennessee. I don't like that number 3.5. I don't. If it was 2.5, I'd be with you. 3.5. Denver kind of shot themselves in the foot against the Colts. They should have won that game at the end, but didn't. So give me Tennessee Titans to at least cover the number, and I'm going to go with the under on the 43.5. All right. This could be the battle of the backups as we got the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Minneapolis, Minnesota to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota at home right now is a 2.5-point favorite. I don't know if it's official that McCarthy isn't playing, so I don't know if that number is going to move, but it looks like it's going to be probably Carson Wentz against Jake Browning. So I'm going to take – this is a weird one, but I'm thinking about how I'm losing these picks. I'm going to take Cincinnati. Cincinnati's got Browning, who has been in the system. Carson Wentz is new to Minnesota. I know he's at home, but I don't really see much of an advantage. Minnesota has not looked great to me. I thought they'd be looking better. Atlanta really kind of controlled the game the other night. So give me Cincinnati on the road. I think they're going to win outright. And give me the over. The number's 41.5, which tells me they're expecting the backups. So give me the over. I got Cincinnati and the over. Do I have the number here? Yeah, 41.5. So I'm going to take the over.
And this is a battle of the backups. Browning did step up and delivered last week. This is Carson Wentz's first game. Um, he's not mobile, and I'm just trying to think it through. I'm saying who got the better defense, and I think the better defense is Minnesota. So I'm gonna take the home team. So give me Minnesota. Give me Minnesota and give it to the under for me.
Under. All right, so we disagree on this one. Cool. Pittsburgh Steelers at the New England Patriots. Pittsburgh's kind of what I thought they were going to be. New England, not quite as good as I had hoped, but they're 1-1. Both teams are 1-1. Pittsburgh is a road favorite. They are a 1.5-point favorite. And the over-under is 44.5. How do you see this one?
Pittsburgh has not been a very good defensive team. This is not like a Mike Tomlin's led team. But I think they'll bounce back in this spot. So I'm gonna take Pittsburgh. I'm gonna take Pittsburgh in this spot. And I'm gonna take it to so nobody stopping the nosebleed. Give me the over.
So we're in agreement here. New England, like I said, not quite as good as I thought. I don't understand their offense. I don't understand why they're not playing Henderson.
I don't either, man.
Playing Stevenson a lot more than Henderson, and then they're playing Gibson more than Henderson. So he's like running back number 3 right now. I don't understand that. I really don't. He's more dynamic than those other 2 guys. Maybe in pass coverage, he's not as good right now. The coach doesn't trust him because he's a rookie. I'm very surprised by this because I thought Henderson would be their number 1 back, and right now they're number 3 back. But we're in agreement. I got Pittsburgh on the road winning, and I'm also I'm going to take the over. Did you say over as well?
Yes.
Okay, so we're in agreement there. Yeah, I'm confused with New England right now. Next one is a goodie.
Yeah.
We got the Los Angeles Rams at the Philadelphia Eagles. Matt Stafford has played well despite having a bad back. He's played pretty well, but he's going up in class now. Yeah. And Jalen Hurts, although he's not putting up the numbers, he is putting up the W's.
Yeah.
So we got the Rams at the Eagles. The Eagles are a 3.5-point favorite, and the number is 44.5. I don't like that, 3.5, 7.5, 10.5. I don't like those numbers. So give me the Rams on the road to at least not lose by 4, and give me the over. I think both teams are going to score quite a bit. So I got the Rams and the over.
We're in total agreement, Gil. I like the Rams and over also. And I do believe, and I know that they're going against a great offensive line for defensively. So they're not going to have the same impact as they did with the last 2 games that they played, because they played 2 teams that didn't have very good offensive lines, meaning the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, Philly has a new offensive coordinator. He still got to get it going. And Matt Stafford got some new. He got that weapon called Devontae Adams, man. And he still got Puka. Man, he got a lot of weapons, man. Yeah, and I know that Philly has dominated them in the last 3 years or 3 times they done played. I don't see it happening this week, though. So give me them Rams for sure.
Goody. I like it. I like it like that. Next game, the New York Jets, try and get off the schneid, but it is not an easy one as they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay at home is a 6.5-point favorite. The number is 44.5.
Man, Gil, this one I was battling with because I'm like, is this the game that Buccaneers are due? Because they done won 2 games by nail biters. Is this the game where they just finally get it off and get off on this weak team? But it's like when a team gets blown out prior week, they tend to kind of play better the next week. You know what I mean? And being that the Jets got blown out by
and their starting quarterback's probably not going to play.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor's in there.
Which makes me think, who's the number 3 quarterback? Because Tyrod Taylor can't.
Yeah, he doesn't make it yet. I can't, bro. I can't shoot the dice on the Jets. I think defensively they might try, but then up to this point, they have not stopped anybody defensively. And that was supposed to be their strong point. So give me the Bucs. Give me the Buccaneers. Give me the Buccaneers. Give me the Buccaneers to the under. Because I don't think the Jets going to be the score.
I'm in agreement. I got Tampa Bay, and I also have the under. Man, I tell you what, This 45.5. There is 1, 2, 3,
I know, right?
4. 4. I thought it was more than that. There's 4 games. What is it? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. 5. No, that's 45.5. Yeah, 4. Okay, we're in agreement. We both got Tampa Bay. We both got the under. Keeping it rolling. The Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington Commanders. Both teams are 1-1. Jaden Daniels might not play this game. Let's see. Washington right now is favored by 3.5. The total is 44.5, like I just said. I have the Raiders on the road covering the number, and I have the under.
I got burnt by the Raiders last week, but I'm gonna shoot the dice on them again and give me the Raiders in the under too. Geno Smith had a terrible game the other day, so this is his bounce back game because I hope they don't make him do too much this game.
Okay, Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers. Atlanta at 1-1, Carolina at 0-2. Divisional game. Carolina at home. They seem to play a little better at home. Atlanta is a 5.5-point favorite on the road. Carolina, and the total is 43.5.
I got the Falcons. Man. And I'm, yeah, Bryce Young might have woke up. But this is a revenge game for the Falcons. They lost to Bryce Young in Atlanta last year in a high scoring game. And so this is definitely a revenge game. And I think that Atlanta has figured out what they're going to be doing. So give me the Falcons. And I say, man, I'm gonna shoot the dice on the over.
We're in agreement again. Ugh. Yes, Atlanta to me right now, they kind of know what they are. Carolina's figuring it out still, year after year. So yeah, I have Atlanta and I got the over as well. All right, another divisional game. Houston Texans at 0-2 travel to Jacksonville 1-1. Jacksonville is a 1.5-point favorite.
Oh, man.
This was one of the easiest games for me to pick this week. Give me the Houston Texans, a desperate Houston Texans win, and give me the over to number 44.5.
I'm in total agreement with you, man. Trevor Lawrence is what he is, man. And he deserves all the scrutiny. We talked about this guy the first week of before the season was started. That was he overrated and did he have a lot to prove? And he's showing us right now that he's the reason why the Jacksonville Jaguars cannot win consistently because their quarterback is not consistent enough. Some of the stuff he do, YouTube, you've been in the league now too long to be doing some of the dumb plays you do. And you cost from that game in Cincinnati. Yes, you did. It was Trevor Lawrence's fault that they lost that game in Cincinnati.
100% agreement there. All right, let's do 405. Let's do the Denver Broncos divisional game at the red hot Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers are a 2.5-point favorite. The number is 45.5. How do you see this one?
Man, they're rolling right now, man. But
good defenses.
Two good defenses. I'm gonna shoot the dice with. Man, heck nah, man. What's called playing lights out right now, man? I was going to shoot the dice with Denver, but I'm just going to go with the hot quarterback right now, man. And that's Justin Herbert, man. I'm going to go with Justin Herbert and them boys, man. And I'm actually going to tend to the over for this one.
All right, we are in disagreement, finally. I'm going to stick with Denver. They're one of those teams that I picked as making a jump this year, although they have offensively have been up and down. But I love the defense, and I think I still think the Chargers are good, but they're not elite. They're upper tier. So give me Denver, and I got the under. You got the Chargers with the over. All right, next one. The New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is at home. They are a 7.5-point favorite. And the number is 41.5. That's a low number. And I think New Orleans might be the worst team.
Yeah.
So give me Seattle. I don't like 7.5. I don't like that number, but I think Seattle's pretty good, and I think the Saints are bad. So give me Seattle at home, covering the number, but they're not going to score enough on the road. So give me the under.
I'm gonna shoot the dice on this one. I'm gonna go with the Saints. I think the Saints will cover that 7. I believe that Seattle will win the game, but I think they might only win by a touchdown because I don't think they're gonna come out and play like they should. Like great teams destroy bad teams, and I don't have Seattle as a great team. I have them as a good team, but not a great team. So normally, them type of teams will make it closer than it should be.
And what do you have for the number?
I got to the under.
We both got the under. Okay. All right. Well, divisional game. The Arizona Cardinals, the 2-0 Arizona Cardinals, travel to San Francisco to face the 2-0 San Francisco 49ers. Arizona really had San Francisco's number last year, and now, it's going to be Mac Jones.
Yeah.
I'm making a start number 2 for San Francisco. San Fran is a 1.5-point favorite at home, and the number is 43.5.
This one's easy for me, man. I don't care, man. Kyler Murray, if you blow this game for me, you tripping. I'm going with Arizona. You just starting a quarterback. You're going against Mac Jones, who is a farce. That was a farce. They played a bum team, so of course you're supposed to win, But I'm gonna go with Kyler Murray. Once again, like you said last year, they dominate them, and that's with Purdy. So, yeah, give me Arizona. And give it to me to the man. I'm gonna say under.
All right, we agree on the team, but I got the over. Okay. Here's one. Your Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, buddy.
Travel to my
How you doing?
Chicago Bears. Chicago at home right now is a 1.5-point favorite, and the number is 50. And I got a rule when the number is 50 and above. So I'll
go first.
And until I see Chicago put 4 quarters together, I'm not picking them. I'm not doing that. And at home, only favored by 1.5. I think they will not be able to stop Dallas. Dallas is going to score at least 40 in this game. So I'm picking the Dallas Cowboys to win convincingly, and I'm picking the over on the 50. I think they will score at least 40, and I think the Bears can scramble to get to 10. So give me the Cowboys and give me the over.
I'm in agreement with you with the Cowboys, man. Now that they're getting points and they're not the favorite, they just played a team that remind me of one they're about to face, the Giants. They let Russell Wilson get off, so I don't see Caleb Williams being as good as Russell Wilson, but with no pressure, any quarterback could kill you. And we can't generate pass pressure, so Caleb will have time to pick us apart. I'll guarantee you that. So, yes, and I got to go into the over for that reason. Nobody's stopping nobody in this game. It's going to be whoever scores more points.
So who'd you pick, Dallas or Chicago?
Dallas.
Okay. So we're in agreement. Don't have to talk about that anymore. The 8:20 Sunday night game. The 0-2 Kansas City Chiefs travel to the Meadowlands to take on the New York Giants. Kansas City on the road is a 5.5-point favorite, and the number is 44.5. That has been a common theme for this week. You go first.
I got the Chiefs. And I'm gonna tell you why I got the Chiefs. One, Pat my homeboy. Two, is that what the Chiefs were able to do, what we couldn't do, is bring pressure. So we're gonna show you why Russell Wilson who he is, man. Uh, with pressure, he's not the same quarterback. So give me the Chiefs and give me under.
We're in agreement. I don't like the 5.5, and the Chiefs, obviously 0-2 this year, but they are playing the Giants. And the Giants defense isn't going to play great for 4 quarters. Maybe 3, but not 4. So, yeah, I have Kansas City, and I also have the under. And the last game of the week, Monday night, 8:15, we have the Detroit Lions coming off of a big scoring output, taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I still think Ravens are one of those top teams in the league. I'm not giving up on that. The Ravens are a 5.5-point favorite. Let's see if they can handle Baltimore, their physicality, because the last time they played Baltimore, in Baltimore, they got whooped physically. So I've got the Baltimore Ravens winning, covering the number, and the total is 51.5.
Well, we already know that,
the rule, even though it's a huge number, and I got the over. So give me Baltimore and the over.
We're in agreement right there, partner. The Lions got to show me that one, they play the lowly Bears, so I'm not going to get confused by that. You supposed to put up 52 points against the Bears, unfortunately. I know that's your team. But you got to go on Baltimore, which is a rough place to play. And Baltimore tends to beat up on NFC teams. So, yeah, take me Baltimore. And I'm not taking the under in no 51.5-point game.
So what, you got the under?
No, sir. Over.
Oh, over. Okay. Yeah, so we're in complete agreement. We agreed on a lot. We only disagreed on 1, 2, 3, 4. Yikes. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We only disagreed on 4 games.
Oh, either we're gonna be looking at 500 or we're gonna be looking like terrible.
Yeah, we're either gonna make cut into this win-loss, or man, it's gonna be uphill for the rest of the season.
Look, I told you that I'm not doing what I did last year, man. I ain't doing all that Vegas crap. I'm just gonna see what my eye candy eye telling me. What you say? I'm trusting the best 2 things that I had in my whole life, left and right.
Correct. Very good. Well, that is our show. Want to thank everybody for tuning in to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast on the Box Office Buzz 302 channel. You can catch us next Tuesday when we do our review on week number 3, and then do our preview for week number 4. Make sure you pay attention to fantasy, because Larry has got it going on right now. So, from my main man, Larry Loper, I am Gilly Rizzari, and we will catch you next week. Until then, watch the games, stay healthy, and deuces, y'all.
Deuces, man. Deuces, man. Good thing, partner.
It was
a good show, partner.
Catch you next week, homie.
Yes, sir.